Happy Thursday, Facebook Live time. Melissa Kerman here with Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. My website is www.melissascraftingtreehouse.com. So thanks for joining in, whether you're live or on the replay. I have some fun in store today. Some announcements as usual, but then a couple of projects. I have 3 projects actually. Hello, Carol. Welcome. I'll be featuring the 3 of the projects from the May Simple Sweets Stampers tutorial bundle. I'll be sharing my spin on them because I never have exactly what the person who made the project in my craft room, so gives me an opportunity to be creative with it. So I'm excited to share those 3 projects with you. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome. And anyway, one of the projects is my own project that I contributed to the tutorial bundle, and then 2 are from my fellow design team members, so super fun. So I'm going to launch right in with the announcements for the day. Hi, Marilyn, welcome. So just a couple of little tidbits. So some of you may be subscribers to my email newsletter. I send that out every Wednesday, sometimes not until late at night. Last night it was not till about 11, I think. It's whenever I can manage to get it finished, but always on Wednesdays. And what I have recently learned is that my email provider is having some difficulties, some kind of technical difficulties with Comcast accounts. So I've had some people complain that they haven't been getting my emails. And so if you're one of those people who has a Comcast account, you may not be getting yours. So, and you might not be getting it even if it's not Comcast, just because there's weird things out in cyberspace that sometimes get in the way or get blocked, or I end up in spam or something like that. So word to the wise is that I publish my newsletter every Wednesday night. If you don't get it by Thursday morning, you can feel free to email me, and hopefully this isn't going to happen with tons of people, but and I will forward you that email, and you just let me know what the issue is. I'll look at your account and see if there's anything I can do to resolve it. So just want to be making sure that you guys are getting my emails if you're on my newsletter, and learning about benefits and specials and promotions and all that good stuff. So anyway, if you've just joined in, please comment and let me know you're out there, who you are, where you're from, especially if you're brand new. Hi, Barbara. Welcome. Oh, you just watched my onstage presentation. That's so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Hi, Kathy. Let's see. Oh, you have been receiving the newsletters and you do have a Comcast account. Okay, well, that's good. Oh, it gives me hope. I love that. Thank you for chiming in and letting me know, Kathleen. So, okay, so another one of my announcements is Stampin' Up! Announced it on stage that they are doing away with the Stampin' Up! Website, well, really the blog portion of the website. Now, I have a ton of content. I basically have 2 websites and 2 blogs. I started with the Stampin' Up! Website and blog, and I did that I have content back to 2011 there, so I have a lot of material. Now they're doing away completely with the blog feature, which means that all of that content's literally going to disappear, and I'm scrambling to try to salvage some of it and transfer it over to my WordPress site, which is sort of a complex and big task. My daughter helped me with some of it today. So that's just to say, number 1, that I have that blog out there with lots of content, so you check it out. I'm bringing over whatever I can, but a lot of it's going to get, going to disappear. And then I'm going to be putting that on my news site, probably not all at once, because it's going to take some time to edit those posts and get it back on there. But just so you know what's happening. If you have any questions, let me know. So, okay, let's see what else. So I do have a couple people that place orders through my online store, and Stampin' Up! Used to give the option to say no contact, like you didn't want to be reached, the demonstrator or Stampin' Up! To reach out to you after you placed your order. That is no longer the case. But if you're an older, a customer that's been with me longer and you select that no contact, I have no way of knowing who you are or giving you any of the benefits that I offer with your orders. So you have to go into your account and change that to say that it's okay for me to contact you. So I'm just saying that because I don't want you to miss out on benefits if you're one of those people. So just been meaning to say that because I do have a few people out there that are no contact ordering people. Thank you, whoever you are. Okay, so let's see, next on my agenda. So today, in yesterday's newsletter, I announced my product shares, Taste of a Sweet product shares program. I finally have some of the materials to show you. So I have a web page that is dedicated to those product shares, and there are 13 product shares being offered. I'm going to just, on that web page is this little menu, as I like to call it. I love the play on words. And it has all 13 product suites on it. I'm going to do a quick little close-up so you can see. It has the name of the share. I know it's backwards, but you can tell the basic idea. It has the item code and the different items that are in that share, and then how much you get of each and what the price is. So the prices range from as little as $4, because one of them is just designer paper and doesn't have embellishments, all the way up to the most expensive one, which I think is $23, and that's the in-color share, which has, I think, 8 products in it. So it's quite a range. I give people a lot of latitude to choose whichever ones they want, as many or as few as they want. But if you pick all of them, one of the things I'm going to be doing, hi Parker, Sandy, or Sandra, I should say, welcome. I'm glad you made it. Yay. So if you select all 13, if you buy all 13, you're going to get, let's see, what is it? I had the number here. It's like 40-something products. It's on here somewhere. Dang it, I have too much on my piece of paper. I think it's like 42 products. So you're getting a little smattering of each thing. And I'm not marking up the prices. I do add a tiny little bit for some packaging, because I do put everything in little packages and make it look pretty. So those are open now. Now, I can't accept payment for them. This is a Stampin' Up! Rule until 7 days before I actually place the order. So when you're telling me that you want to do the product shares, it's basically a pre-order. I put you on a list and indicate which shares you want, and then I'll send you an invoice within that 7-day window before the product share offering closes, which is on, well, the 5th is supposed to be the last day when you can order. The 6th will be the last day that I send invoices, and then I'll order on the 7th. So that's sort of a little bit, the 2 cents of what's going on with the product shares, and I'm going to show you some of those today. But on the web page, I've got a picture of the share, actually 2 pictures, one close up, one at a distance, and then I've shown each of the designer paper patterns. So trying to give you a really good sense of what you'll get in the share. Oh, you got it twice. Oh, that is so weird. Okay, well, thank you, Compass. Better than not at all, right, Carol? So I'm glad you got the email. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so let's see. When I published my newsletter last night and the web page, and I discovered this today, there was a bit of a boo-boo on the page. And so the how to reserve my shares section was actually covered up the way that I had it structured. So I fixed that today, but if you went on there and you were completely confused, like, okay, she's got all this information on her, but there's no way to know how to order them. I so apologize for that. But if you go on now, it will be correct, and I will have a link to that webpage in the description of this Facebook Live, so you'll be able to go there and check them out. I love my Taste of a Sweet shares. They literally give you a little, nibble of a lot of different products. If you just do one share, of course, it's just a nibble of those 3, but you can spend a lot less money but get a lot more variety and fun things to play with. Hi, Barb. Welcome. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to show you the product shares. And what you'll also see on my website is I only was able to purchase products to show you 7 of the shares. So as a demonstrator, I can't even get everything. So I wasn't able to put together shares for all of them. But I have good news, because again, a box arrived today, and my box that arrived today has a few more of the fun little goodies that are going to be in the product shares. So, but let's start with the ones that are actually assembled. I'm going to give you a quick little tour of those. So, and this is going to be a test of my memory, although I have my sheet here to remind me the names of all of these. This one is called Magnolia Lane, and you can see it's got 6 by 12 pieces of designer paper, so you get a little bit of everything, the embellishments and the 2 styles of ribbon. So that's Magnolia Lane. And again, on the website, you'll be able to see all the patterns of designer paper. This one is called Garden Lane, and I just love this. It's all greens, basically, and white. Again, the patterns are on the website. This is the one that's only $4 because you don't get any embellishments with it. You see, there's nothing on the bottom. And that's just because that suite didn't have embellishments with it. This next one is called, memory again, Follow Your Art. Oh, and I have to show you. Where's the thing that I wanted to show you? Oh, here it is. Okay, so this comes with these little boxes and then the designer paper. It's only 2 things in this share, but check out these cute little boxes. There you go. It's a tiny little UPS box with Stampin' Up! On it. Is that not the most adorable thing? I might have already showed you guys this. I just think it's the cutest thing ever, so I got to show it again. So that's what's in that share. The next one is called Bird Ballad. This paper is gorgeous. I know I showed you last week. The ribbon and the embellishments, they're beautiful embellishments, 4 different styles. Hi Tracy, I see you've joined in. Okay, and the next one is Perennial Essence. Now this has designer paper in it, 6 pieces of the 6x12, plus 6 pieces of this designer vellum, which comes in 3 colors. Now I have to cut it into 6x12 pieces because it's very expensive to ship anything that's 12x12. So, and then of course the embellishments that go with it, these are like the centers of little flowers, and then this gorgeous ribbon. So that's the next one. And I have 2 more to show you. And this one is called Mosaic Mood. This is a specialty paper. It's got like shininess on some of the elements, and then those gorgeous embellishments and the ribbon. And then last but not least of the ones that I have to show you, Come Sail Away, the designer paper, and these cute little embellishments and the baker's twine. So that's my little tour of 7 of the 13 product shares. And now I'm just going to do a quick little, and I think maybe I will turn the camera down to show you my box. Let's see, am I forgetting? See if I'm forgetting anything before I turn me down on my table. Let's see. So let's see, before the catalog shares go, the product shares go live, I'm not going to be able to get all the products that are in the shares, which means that what will stay on the web page for the shares, in some cases, they will be just pictures of the product suite. So you'll be able to look at that and go, oh, we're getting these consumables in among that product suite. But I won't be able to put them together beforehand because I can't purchase them ahead of time. So the shares that you just saw, obviously, are the ones I'm able to put together. Okay, so for the ones that aren't there, you know, when you get your catalog, or when you're able to view it online, then you'll be able to look at more detail, of course. And I have good news. My catalogs are arriving tomorrow. So I will be preparing those catalogs with some goodies in them, some flyers, some information, and mailing those out to people. My intent is to get them out the middle of next week. So you can be excited to get your catalog in the mail, if you're a customer, of course. And if you have purchased in the last 6 months, $50 or more, then I'm going to automatically send it to you. If not, then you need to make a special request for me to send one to you. So just let me know if you want one. So I think that's super exciting. I can't wait to share the catalogs. Okay. Okay, so, did I say, did I say? No, I did. I missed one thing. So for anybody who purchases all 13 of the product shares, you will get 6 months worth of free tutorial bundles. Now, the Simple Suite Stampers tutorial bundles, tutorial bundles are based on product suites. So it kind of marries really nicely. I never necessarily know what our theme is going to be. Now I do know that the June tutorial bundle theme will be the new in colors, so that's super fun and exciting. And so you'll be getting the tutorial bundle PDF for 6 consecutive months if you order all 13 shares. So that's kind of fun because it gives you, something to create from, a starting place. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera down. I'm going to show you my box of goodies that I got today. I'm not going to unwrap them all because we'll be here all day long, but you will be able to get a really good look of some things. So I'm going to go ahead and turn me around, and then right after that, I'm going to do the project demonstrations. So here we go. Yes, okay, there we go. Let's get that annoying light reflection out of the way. Let's see if I can fix this first. See my box? Look at my box of goodies. It's so much fun. I have one of my club events tomorrow, and I saw Sue joined us at one point. So Sue, you're going to get to see all this stuff in person. All of you out there who are far away, I'm sorry, and you must be jealous. Sue and others get to see it in person tomorrow. So this is a new punch that's coming out. And actually, Sue may get to use that tomorrow too, and anybody else who's joining me for my club tomorrow. This is a new product that Stampin' Up's coming up with. It's a tiny little stamp cleaning pad. So I'm super curious to open this up and check it out. Great for travel, you know, for cleaning stamps if you're going on vacation or something. These are the new in colors. This is going to be included as part of the in color product share. And this is the designer paper. There's some really pretty patterns. This is in the in colors, this set right here. And I'm going to show you the in colors. Of course, you can see them on there. But these are also, I got a full-size pack of each of the colors of in colors because they're going to be around for 2 years. So I am definitely going to be using them. Yes, new goodies are always exciting. And let's see, this is one of the sets I got, this woven heirloom set. It has a coordinating set of dies. These dies are amazing. I haven't been able to get them yet, but they cut and dry emboss at the same time, and they're in the shape of frames. So I just can't wait to get my hands on those. Those are going to be amazing. And these are some dies, and oh, this is okay. Stitch. This is the stitch dies. This is okay. I'm not going to open them up. Or should I? You just comment if you really want me to open them up. But otherwise, I'm going to keep plowing forward. So these are the new in color ribbons. And I might need to open one of these just so you can really see it. It's really pretty. It's got like a scallop edge. I need a scissors. So this will be included in the in color product share as well. So you'll be getting 2 yards each of these ribbons. So you get a nice little taste of a bunch of in color products. So isn't that pretty? I think it's so pretty. So of course it comes in all 5, that's not one of them, of the in colors. So that's the full set. I don't know how well you can see that. Light's not so good. Trying to not have crazy glare, but get you to be able to see. Okay, so those are them. And I'm looking for comments. Okay, and then these, I'm not sure what these go with. These are the woven threads. So this goes with that stamp set. This is part of the woven thread suite, which is one of the consumable products that I just got because I have the sequins that are going to be part of the share, and I have this designer paper that's going to be part of the share. And you have seen this one. This is also part of the Garden Lane suite. More of the Magnolia Lane products because I just did a swap with these two, so I needed more of them. I had a pack already. And anyway, this paper. So stay tuned. I will be making a product share of both the in colors and of this suite. So those are the 2 additional ones I have, and I'll be posting those to the web page with all the product share information as soon as I can pull that together. And I think this is the last thing that is in that. I think this is part of that same suite. And I don't even know what this is called. I guess I can read it. Woven Threads Trim. So isn't that pretty? This is actually, they showed us on stage that you could pull off this bottom thread, like cut it, and then it looks different because then you end up having like a tassel at the bottom. So super fun. Lots of fun goodies. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to take this box away and prepare to show you projects. You guys ready? Ready for playing? Let's see. You like the Garden Lane as well? Yes, I think it's so pretty, and it's really versatile too because the patterns are a little bit more maybe neutral than some of the other ones. On the other hand, something like Magnolia Lane, that's like you put it on a card and it almost needs nothing else. There's benefits to both styles. Okay, I'm just going to put this over here, off to the side. Hope you guys enjoyed my little walkthrough of all my new goodies. Couldn't help but share. Okay, so let me try to get my lighting and my orientation a little bit better set up so I don't look all wonky. And so the first project we're going to make was designed by my fellow design team member, Tara Stay. And the theme is the classic garage suite. Now, I did not buy the stamp set. All I have for this, I had the embellishments and I had the designer paper, and I actually didn't have very much designer paper because if any of you guys watch my blog, I posted a team project that we did this past Tuesday, and it used that designer paper, so we used almost all of it up. So I did not have a lot to play with to do this. So anyway, I just got creative because, you know, that's part of the fun, right? So this is the basic design of this one. This is probably the simplest of the three that I'm going to show you today. So she just had this piece of cherry cobbler on here. And then this piece here. Now this was supposed to be designer paper, but I didn't have it. So I'm going to do something with the smoky slate piece instead. And I decided I'm using a stamp from the Sea of Texture set. I'm using this one here. So you'll probably, once you see the actual finished card, the sentiment just kind of works well with the look, I think. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start by doing some repetitive stamping on this gray piece. And I'm going to create a pattern, like I said. So I'm going to do full ink, second, third. Oh, yes, okay, it's looking at sort of, it's supposed to be gray. Maybe I stamped it in red first. Looks like I have a little red hue there, huh? Okay, that's okay. So, clean your stamps before you stamp, especially when it's on Facebook Live. Note to self. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do this again. And for this second one, I'm going to stamp the full ink one row down, and then I'm going to do second and third, and then I'm going to do first ink at the bottom. So I'm basically just creating a pattern, and this one I'm going to do the full ink 2 down, and then do second and third. And then when I do the ones at the top, that's where I do a little mental gymnastics to make it make sense to me. So I'm going to stamp off twice because I want this one to be the lightest one. And then, let's see, I have to go backwards. So stamped off twice, stamped off once, and then full ink. Okay, let's do that again. So I stamped off twice, stamped off single, and I could probably just space those in there, but I decided to do it the way I did it. So anyway, so that's my little pattern there. And then now I remember why it's red, why it was red, because I decided to use a sentiment that was stamped in red over the top. There I go again, cracking myself up. Well, I did stamp it already, so I'm gonna just go with what I got, and I did already do one of these ahead of time, so I could just put it together. So I'm gonna bring my little garbage pail. I love my little garbage pail. Put this together quickly. Taking off the dimensionals. Always so time consuming. I always speed through that when I do my videos online. Okay, so I'm just doing this kind of kitty corner, and I'm going to make sure the card is facing the right way, facing up. And then this one already has adhesive on it, so that makes it super quick and easy, making it go the other way. And then I'm going to put my sentiment up at the top, but before I do that, what I did was I took the designer paper, the Classic Garage, and I fussy cut it out. No, I'm not going to do that in front of you. I took care of it ahead of time just to make it easy. And I'm going to use an element that she had on her card. She did have this little car, this little motorcycle on her card in the front, and it was fussy cut. And I actually, when I was planning the project for my team, I specifically set that piece of designer paper aside because I knew I was going to want to do this card. So I would have a motorcycle, and it actually gave me some extra for the other card that I'm doing as well. So you'll see that in a second. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back side. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to be using some of this silver thread. You always want to put your adhesive down first because the thread gets kind of unruly once you start messing with it. Has anybody out there used this thread? Oh, I see you think I'm organized. I try. There's always more to do when it comes to organization, that's for sure. Okay, now I have it on my right hand, so I have to actually cut with my left. That's going to be interesting. Ah, yay, I did it. Okay, so now I'm going to put this, I'm going to try doing it without twisting. I like to twist usually to make a figure 8, but I kind of want it to be more open loops on this one. So see, it can get kind of crazy in there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but here we go. Let's see if I can do this without it falling all apart. That's the trick with this metallic thread. It's a little bit tricky to work with. So that's gonna go in behind there. Just want it to stick out. So when I use the thread, if I'm gonna put it behind something, I'm always like thinking about how far I need to spread my fingers apart while I'm wrapping to make sure that I have it's sticking out enough. And I'm really happy with that. I think that works perfectly. Okay, and then I'm gonna put dimensionals on the back side, because I have to have dimensionals on something. Well, I guess the Cherry Cobbler had it on it. And this will allow me to also really tack down the thread so that it stays put where I want it to be. So does anybody out there buy the Classic Garage products, the suite, any part thereof, designer paper? I'm putting a lot on here because this is just a piece of designer paper, so I want to make sure it stays up. Okay, so I'm going to get my spacing before I do anything else. So what does this look like? Is it like, you know, like the air behind the motorcycle? That's like, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it's kind of cool. Okay, so then I'm going to put this up here. And I'm actually squaring it off so it's parallel with the top. Has something that's facing, has a horizontal with the bottom plane. I think that's just what I want. Perfect. Okay, so did anybody comment? You have bought the stamp set and die set. Oh, good. I think that, well, it's retiring, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. You loved the paper, yes. One of my favorite was the gears. But I also think this, the motorcycles are fun, the cars. And if you look on my website, you'll see, of course, I actually, because my team made the project too, I had 4 different versions made with 4 of the different designer papers. So that was really fun. Okay, do I want it that way? I don't know. I'm just going with it. There we go. Done. So there's my card. Thank you, Tara. So if I didn't mention this before, okay, yes, this is sort of a sneak peek into the tutorial bundle, because you're gonna see, by the time we're done, 3 of the 8 tutorial bundle projects. So sort of what you have to look forward to. And each week I've been trying to show different designers' work, just to, you know, give you a smattering of different, you know, people's styles and whatnot. So this is Tara's. Yay, Tara. The next one is Chris Cowan, and we're doing a project that is like a fun fold card. So this one is super fun. Now I had to do it, you know, as far as the fold, I did it exactly the way she did it, as far as I could tell. But the designer papers I used and, you know, the way I did it was completely different because I didn't have anything of what she had. So it's a super fun layout, and I really liked her card as is, but I kind of had to do what I had to do. So basically I'm starting with a piece of cardstock. Now I made myself like a little template here, and I wanted to be able to show you guys. And I don't put this information on my website because it is an exclusive tutorial bundle, so you have to watch the video and glean from that whatever you can. So anyway, this is a 4 1/4 by 11 piece, scored at 1 1/4, 4, and 6 3/4, and it folds up like this, just like that. So my card body is done in basic gray, and I have attached a few of my pieces there. So as I said, all I had was sort of small scraps for this design. Now hers was done in yellows and just much more colorful, but I just didn't have those things to play with. So I'm going to start with just attaching these two pieces together. This is going to be on the front panel. And I always love just a fun alternative folding card. Do you guys like fun folds? I'm watching Chris and you right now. Oh, really? Oh, really? That's cool. Yes, thank you, Chris. I did message Chris. I tried to reach out to Chris. I had a question, but we didn't manage to connect. So I hope she's okay with me sharing. There's other people in the group that are doing the same thing, where they're sharing a couple of the projects. So I've got my black piece here, and I'm attaching my other piece of the motorcycles to it. And I've got adhesive already on the back. Make this go a little bit quick. And I love the gray and the black and the motorcycles. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Yes, it does fit in an A2 envelope. It's actually smaller than that when it's folded up. It's more like probably 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 actually. I think that's exactly what it is when it's folded up. All right, and then I did, where are my other pieces? Here's another piece. So this one is going to go right here, and that will actually be my piece that I have a spot to write on. So you always want a place to write, and since the designer paper was showing on the right-hand side, I didn't want to have it there. Now, okay, I have a question for you guys. So Chris's design is supposed to be designed to have a gift card holder in it, but I couldn't honestly figure out where it went. I'm thinking, I have an idea of where it might have gone, but maybe if you have thoughts on it as I make this, you can go, oh yeah, I think it should go there or here or whatever. So there's the basic card, and then the front of it is going to have this piece on it. And then I've taken this image right here from, it's called Birthday Wishes for You. This is one of my favorite birthdays because you can fill out the front of a whole card with it. I love this happy birthday, and I'm coloring them in with the Blends alcohol markers. And as you can see from what I have in front of you, I've done the majority of it. I've actually even started the last letter, but I figured you guys probably have done some of the alcohol markers, and you don't need to see me do the whole thing. So I've done all of this part, and what I did here so far is I used the small end, the nubby end of my dark smoky slate Blends alcohol marker, and I colored in sort of at the bottom and along a few of the edges. So now I'm going to come in with my light Blends alcohol marker, also the fine tip, because this is such a small space to work in. And I'm just going to literally color the whole thing without even thinking about it too much. I'm just filling in, except for maybe a little bit towards the top. Okay, and then I'm going to take my color lifter, and I'm going to do some blending and sort of pull some of the color up to the top so that's even lighter. And I think I'm going to come in with a little bit more of the light Blends alcohol marker. I usually go over whatever I'm working on twice, so if I go over the light smoky slate with the light again, it just makes it sort of one shade a little bit darker. It looks actually pretty dark, but oh no, I'm using the dark. Ha! Darn it. Pay attention to what you're doing, Miss Kerman. Okay, now I'll have to really use some. I was wondering why it looks so dark. Okay. Let's see if I can make it right with my color lifter. You guys out there, you're watching, you're like, no, she's using the dark one. What is she doing? Okay. Anyway, the color lifter is kind of magic. Like if you end up going outside the lines. Hey, Barb. Hi, Crystal. Welcome. Just managed to look up and see. And again, as always, if you're joining in and I don't see you join in, I will come back and comment later and say hello. Because I'm always going back and forth between looking at what I'm doing and looking at the comments. Okay, so I don't know, it's looking pretty good. I think I might have done the other letters a little bit better, but You know, that's like the joys of being on camera and using the wrong color. But I think it looks pretty good. I like it. I'm happy. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? This is a craft. And it's so bold and pretty. I'm gonna miss using this happy birthday image. Just love it. Just attaching it to my black now. Oh, I did it backwards. You guys know what I'm talking about? Put dimensionals on the side that's supposed to be on the flap. Oh no. Oh, geez Louise, ladies. I hate that I did that. You know, show my fallibility online, right? Okay. And men, if you're out there. Okay, let's try that again. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Okay, turn it the right way. Put more adhesive on. Put a lot of adhesive on. And make sure it's facing the right direction. Oh, and I just used my snail up. Okay, it's facing the right way. It's facing the right way. Nobody ever is gonna know, except for everybody who watches this video, right? Okay. It's gonna be all good, right? See? Nobody knows. I have Undo. Does anybody know about the product Undo? It's like magic. Basically releases the glue effect long enough so you can take it off and reposition it. But it takes some time, and there are two different versions. One that's like super stinky and smells toxic, like I'm gonna die if I breathe it, and the other one that's less toxic and just takes a lot longer to work. So there's no way I could do it on camera. I'm gonna justify it up just a little bit. And I did try to put those dimensionals on there so they wouldn't show. Yay, they don't show. So there we go. So you get the nice black next to the designer paper and the white, and then we have a spot to write a sentiment on the inside. Yay, isn't this fun? I like it so much. Yes, nothing was harmed in the making. Thank you. Bye, Barb. See you next time. Come back for the rest of it. Got one more project. It's mine. Okay, so now if I were going to put a gift card in here, where would it be? Like, would I make a pocket right there, a pocket right here? I don't know. I guess there could be multiple places. I just couldn't figure it out. So I'll have to solve that mystery. But either way, I think it's really cute, right? And look how pretty those look together, too, the black and the cherry. Are you guys ready for the third and final project? Let's see, how am I doing? I am. Let's see. So here is the final project. This is my design for the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. And I put this all together. This was actually a design that, or a layout that somebody showed us on stage, and just thought it was so fun and pretty straightforward to make. So I'm just going to use my adhesive. Now you might want to use liquid glue on this, because what I've done is I've dry embossed this with the hexagons embossing folder. You can see it right there. And I actually meant to do it the other way, but that's okay. So this one will be different. I'll show you the first version too. So I did it the other way the first time. So what I mean by that is this is embossed, right? Because the bigger images are poking out, and this is debossed. So the honeycomb images are poking in. So on my original first version of the card, I did it the other way. So it was debossed facing up. So this embossing folder, which I love, is retiring. I have several tarnished foil projects made with it. Some of my all-time favorites, in fact, that use this same image. And you can find those on my YouTube channel. So those are going away. So now, what am I doing next? I have 2 pieces of gray here to remind myself what I'm doing. And I am basically making a quilt of sorts. So, this is how it's going to come together. I'll explain this to you. So I'm going to start with, now I'm confusing myself here, because it looks different from what I'm remembering. Where did that piece go? Oh, I know what that piece is. Yes. Okay, talking to myself. Excuse me. All right. So this is the piece. No, I'm working with this piece first. Excuse me while I talk to myself. So I'm going to put this on the diamond. So we're going to work with it on the diamond. I'm going to start by taking my 2 squares. These are, I believe they're 1 1/4 inch squares, if I'm remembering right. and putting them on a diagonal. So basically, remember, I'm trying to create a bit of a quilt with these. And then I'm going to take my smaller of the two pieces. I've got adhesive on the back, of course, and that's going to be on the diamond on this piece. Is everybody still there? Yay, Marcia's here. Nice to see you, Marcia. Okay, and then I'm going to take these two pieces and I'm going to cut them on the diagonal. Now, I think when I made my original, I cut it on my cutter, but I believe in myself that I can do this. I like to use a cutter, it's just more precise, but this is good too. And when the person who demonstrated this on stage, this layout, showed it, she did it freehand too. So if she can do it, I can do it, right? Okay, so now now I can't remember what designer paper she used, but it was not the Classic Garage. That's one of the things I love about designer paper is you can take different designer papers and really make it your own. Okay, so I'm just attaching that in there. Do you see how the quilt is sort of coming together? Let's see, now this one down here. And the tricky part is just getting it to fit right where it's supposed to. Okay, and then these two pieces. And I may just show you the final result and not do all the little nitty-gritty pieces after you get the idea of the quilt, because it's pretty straightforward. Okay, getting it on there right where it belongs. Okay, and then the last one. So isn't that cool how this looks like a quilt in the end, but it's really just pieced together. I think it's fun. So, and then I have another piece back here. That's the backing for it. And this goes on the top. And then this is going to go on the front of my card. Just like that. Oh, and guess what I forgot? So I can't actually assemble this anyway because I forgot to do one thing that I was going to do. Okay, so this is supposed to go down here. And this was this or this. I can't remember which I was going to use. Maybe I didn't decide. Something of that sort on the bottom. Haven't figured it out yet. And then I was going to tie on some embellishments. So I'm going to show you my end result because, I mean, I actually think that's going to come together really pretty, whatever I use. If you guys have an opinion about which ribbon would go, definitely chime in and let me know. I love this velvet trim. We have this in two colors. The Rich Razzleberry, and this is the Tranquil Tide. Tranquil Tide is one of the colors that's retiring with the catalog, same color as this. So both of the velvet trim, both of the velvet trim styles are going away. Sad, sad, sad. And these three ribbons are all going away, in fact. So here's my final card, and I think I might even like the green version better. But there it is. So I've just used a little bit of my black baker's twine. I've tied on a few of those cute, adorable little embellishments, which incidentally are carrying over to the catalog. I'm pretty sure they're coming in the new catalog. And then I tacked them down with a couple of glue dots just to make sure they would stay in place. Silver and black. Oh, I like it. People are chiming in with their ideas. So I'm going to be looking back at your ideas after I end the live so that I can decide how to finish this, and then I will take pictures and put it on my blog post that will go live tomorrow with this video on YouTube and, of course, on my blog. So I will finish that up tomorrow. So that's pretty much, that's my projects. I hope you like them. I think they actually look really good all together. All the black. It's so Mannish, right? I made that up. Mannish. All right. Just a couple of quick little reminders. I'm going to quickly turn the camera towards me. And then I can see your comments a little bit better. And I can also talk to you and feel like I'm not, you know, like you could see me. You like the silver, the green, and the black. Oh my goodness, you guys are going to give me all these different ideas and I won't be able to decide. Well, we'll figure it out, won't we? All right, so just quick reminders. check out my Tasty with Sweet product shares. I will put the link in the description once I'm off tonight, off of the live. So check those out if you're interested. And what else? Well, that's pretty much it. Just, buy my shares. And they're the best. They're awesome. I even have testimonials on my page telling you about how awesome they are and people who have bought them in the past. So, and my next Facebook Live will be next Thursday, 7 p.m., right here at Melissa's Crafting Treehouse Facebook page. And I don't even know what I'm demonstrating, but I'll have something fun for sure. So thanks for tuning in. And have a wonderful evening. I hope you've loved the projects, and check out my blog post tomorrow if you feel so inclined. So have a great evening. Bye.